Right then, folks. Hello, everybody, and welcome back aboard to Real Football. My name is Tom, and this is my Fancam ahead after the Newcastle Arsenal game, which was a bit mad, wasn't it? As you may be aware, we brought on Charlie for the final stages, and Arsenal won the game. He may not be available for a segment, but if he is, then you will see that segment at the end of this video, straight after my bit. But I'm going to open up the game for you, and I'm going to give you my version of what has happened. Now, I want to go through the first half stats to begin with, because I feel like that was a much better kind. I mean, the handbrake was off definitely in the first half. The handbrake went on in the second half, but then all of a sudden, Marino gets that equaliser, and then all of a sudden, the handbrake's off. Now, by the way, there was 19 corners in that game. In total, 12 for Arsenal. But I want to look at the first half. Now, shots-wise, we had 9 shots in that first half, which is really positive. That shows you how much, we were dominating the ball first half. It was a better first half. We were kind of dominant. But then that goal came and wallop. All of a sudden, the mood of me goes down. The players just stop playing that nice, controlled, dominant football. And that's why we went all negative. Now, this result does not change my opinion on Mikel Arteta. Because what I feel about it is it was a lucky win. It was a good win, and it was a late win, and it was a late win, which both me and Charlie love. Charlie more so, I think. But let's just pinpoint how important Gabriel is to us. That guy jumped so high. He just jumped like he wanted it. His eyes lit up. It was just bedlam. It was, he is the captain of his club. A goal which has saved Arteta's job, though. I still don't think we can win the league title, but what changes now is the fact that the point gap has gone from 5 to 2. Crystal Palace yesterday got that job done. How important was that? Not only for Palace themselves, but for us, that Palace got that job done. We were sat there on the 3 o'clock focus, weren't we? We were watching, we were going, oh, please, Palace. Oh, please, Palace. Oh, please, Palace. And Palace did it. They won it late. Liverpool have been winning it late all season. They got the late show done on them. And today, well, the handbrake did go off because we got that late winner. We fought for it. Maybe the magic was done by bringing Charlie on. Who knows? Who knows? But what I know is that was a lucky win. We were very dominant. I mean, the stats-wise, if I go to all, instead of just the first half, I'll tell you that we had 3 big chances. They had 1. I think they scored from their big chances as well. We had 20 shots to their 8. The game was such a high tempo, though, in that first half before their goal. It was a much more exciting game than what I could have imagined, because I said it was going to be a slog because of the fact that they lacked that goal-scoring threat. You know what I mean? They hadn't scored many goals this season. And I thought that would lead to a boring 0-0 kind of game with a late kind of winner. Now, I sort of got that bit right. But boy, oh boy, was it a much different type of late winner. It was 1-0 down, me and Charlie, me in particular, just sat here feeling, oh, same old. And it was same old for a while. But that's a positive result. And as much as I want the manager out, which I still do, because I still don't think we're going to win the league under him, and I'm sick to the back teeth of not winning trophies, that was a response to the Palace's result yesterday. And that response is a game changer, because now the gap is 2 points. We've got West Ham next. They've given us difficulties at home. But for me, it was a great response to Palace's result yesterday. Now on to the actual Newcastle Arsenal section of the thing itself, because we hate Newcastle at the minute. They they really hurt us last season. They beat us 3 times in all comps. 3 times. I know. And that win came at St James's Park 1-0, and we were, and my brain was flicking towards the kind of thing where same old 1-0 win Newcastle again. And then they beat us 2-0 home and away in the Carabao Cup. So they caused us a lot of problems last season. But today, we just about got that job done. We showed intent. The handbrake most certainly wasn't on today. It wasn't a boring game like I anticipated and like we've been seeing for the past couple of weeks. Because we had 8 shots in the first half, 20 in total. However, there was periods of that game where we were sat here thinking, oh, same old. You could see it in my face. And you could see it just with the game as well. This is not, by any stretch of the imagination, Arteta out of the mud. This is not necessarily improvement. This is just handbrake went off, won the game when it mattered, and boy oh boy is it an important win. It matters so much that we won that game. But now it's back to business because, I mean, Liverpool next week, they've got, who've they got? I mean, they've got not an easy one, I don't think. It's not an easy one, but they're playing Chelsea right after us, same day as us. Now, I'm not going to be here for that, obviously, because I'm going to be out at the Emirates. But we need to win at the Emirates. We need to beat West Ham, and we need to just keep going now. Because if we beat West Ham for a period of time, we will find ourselves at the top of the Premier League table. And because that gap's now 2, Liverpool drop a point, well, all of a sudden things are levelled up pretty nicely, aren't they? But yeah, Marino's goal was a nice header, sweet header. And then just at the last second, I mean, Charlie was going mad before I could even see the goal. I mean, when it's Gabriel, he means so much to this club. I mean, really, you've got to understand how much he loves scoring goals. His passion's fantastic. He is the captain of this club. I mean, that is just... I can't believe we actually won it, though. However, my stance is still Arteta out. It's a great win. Live the moment. Enjoy the moment. And Charlie, by the way, is waiting for people. So I am going to bring him in now because he is waiting within the backstage. I don't know how long he's been listening to me before, but we're going to bring him in now. He is here. He is...
Hello, mate. How are you?
Let me quickly
turn my light on. But I've been listening to you for about a minute or so. But yeah, I've been listening to you about a minute. I was saying.
I know. I mean, I just.
But I'm here now. I'm here. Here I am in the light.
I'm running out of words to say, Charlie. So go on. We need a bit of seriousness in there, but go and have your celebration. Oh, yeah, mate. We do. I know.
Right. What I would say is, I was in the dark there. That's how I felt when we were 1-0 down. But now I'm in the light, and now that's how I'm feeling. I'm buzzing with the win. You know what? I'm buzzing with the win because of the rival fans' tears, mate. You would see it on Twitter. They're saying Newcastle got robbed, this and that. I love it. Smoking on them tears, mate. That's what I'm doing. Because you know what?
Absolutely.
You know what? That's why I'm so happy about the win, because I know that rival fans will be so angry that we won it late. But look, big win. If we'd have lost that game, I would have been fully saying that's it now.
Well, I've been warning people all weekend. If we lose, my protests will only get louder and louder.
If we'd have lost that game, I would have said, that's it. You got to look at this and think, Mikel Arteta, is he the right man to do it or not? But this win does buy him a bit more time. It does, because it's a huge win. It buys him a bit more time. And look, I'm not going to sit here and say all of a sudden Mikel Arteta is going to go and win us this league title. No, absolutely not. We've still got plenty of work to do. We've got plenty of work to do. But this is where now this is where hopefully we see a new Mikel Arteta where we can go on a run and finally do something. You know what I mean? Like we've got to beat West Ham next week,
Well, that's
and
the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
we've got to beat West
And
Ham.
obviously,
West Ham we
you've got the
struggle
TV
against.
view of it. I've got the stadium view. So
We struggle against West Ham. We do. We struggle against West Ham, but they haven't got Potter. We need to win that next week, and then all of a sudden, if we can beat West Ham next week and Chelsea get something out of Liverpool, it's good.
And the even bigger factor, Charlie, is now West Ham have got a Nuno.
Yeah, 100%. If we can win next week and Liverpool drop points, I'd say it's been a pretty decent start to the season. I felt we had to win this game today. I wasn't happy with the draw because you know what? I'll be real, I was fuming. I was fuming, you know. I was just thinking, like, again, like we've missed an opportunity to go and do it. And then fair play for the subs. That was better today from the manager. Better, as in, and I'm just still saying this. I still have questions whether he's the right man or not to do it because it's been 5 years without a trophy. We have to raise the standards. We have to raise the standards, yeah. So if I want to say during the game, that's it. Like, I've had enough of this. Absolutely, because it's been 5 years without a trophy. So we have to raise the standards. A draw ain't good enough. Look, a draw at St James's Park, it ain't a shit result. But after last week, I just felt like we had to win. And the fact that Liverpool dropped points, well, we had to win the game. And it's not like Newcastle have had a flying start to the season. They've barely scored any goals. They're good defensively, okay. But still, look at their results. They're not exactly firing yet.
And that's why, Charlie, on my bet builder, I put under 3.5 goals and all that shit. I don't put under 3.5 when I really think something's going to be a 0-0 draw. I've never put under 3.5 in my life.
But I'm buzzing with the win. Honestly, I'm buzzing. You know why? Because people are like saying, "Oh, don't celebrate, don't celebrate, don't like." Not you. I'm talking about rival fans saying, "Don't celebrate," or you got lucky. I don't care, bro. When Liverpool do it, it's like, oh, it's a sign of champions. But when Arsenal do it, yeah. Whatever you want to say about do you think it was a penalty that Newcastle had?
Well, people think we look like ragdolls celebrating a fucking, what? I don't know, a bloody...
Bro, it's a 97th minute winner at Newcastle. Mohamed Salah took his top off against Southampton last season, bottom of the league Southampton. Nobody cares because it's a big win. When you win away, late, away from home, it's a huge win and it's a huge... This has to be now. This is make or break now. The next 2 games have to take advantage of this because we're back to within 2. If we go and lose to West Ham next week or draw, Liverpool win.
Then my exactly. Time comes out and I will protesting like mad.
But the reason why I'm so happy with the win is because it's at St James's Park. We've shown some proper character, some proper balls today, some proper thingy. Yeah, I didn't see it coming. I didn't think we were going to win that game, honestly. With Liverpool,
and I'm going to cut in now because I want to bring you back to when you talked about Arteta's subs and the late goal. Now, as much as people go, yeah, Arteta's subs were good, I think personally the winning goal was more Gabriel being the passionate 100%. Guy he is. That guy 100%. He's incredible. Shirt, and we all know it.
I love the guy.
That's why I say it. He means so much to this club.
He has that about him.
See it in his fucking face how passionate he is. So I think that it was more Gabriel's passion that got us the winners as opposed to Arteta's tactics.
Arteta's subs probably would have got us a draw, but he didn't. I wouldn't say it got us to win. It was more. It was more, He brought on Moreno, which I thought was. I liked the subs. I liked the subs that he brought on. As in, you know what I mean? He took off Calaflori. He took off Calaflori and he brought on Moreno, and then he took off Saka and he brought on Martinelli, etc. And I thought, yeah, all right, cool.
I still think Sleep looked dodgy today, don't you?
But then he took Lewis Skelly. Then he brought on Lewis Skelly for Trossard, and I was like, that's a bit of a defensive.
Bit of a weird one, yeah.
I think he learned. I think he's learned from last. You could tell by the celebrations. It wasn't mad celebrations when we equalised. It was passionate. You know what I mean? Like get in, like. But
I mean, we should have seen that last week because you're right. I mean, Martinelli was doing dancing and celebrating for about 5-6 minutes, wasn't he?
The mindset was better today, as in, the mindset was better, as in, when we got the goal, we went for another goal. You know what I mean? We didn't, you know what I mean? And we when we celebrate, we didn't go crazy. You know what I mean? Like last season, Declan Rice was shushing the Man United fans when we should have gone back to the halfway line and tried to get another. But today we did that. In terms of the game, I thought first half, up until they scored, I thought we were playing well. We had some nice passages of play. Trossard hit the post.
We were lovely in the first half. We were lovely.
I thought we
it
were
was
good. Yeah, I thought we
refreshing,
were
but
good. I was thinking we're playing really well here. We were taking the game to them. We were brave, and I liked the team he selected, Eze and the 10, etc. But then we conceded. Yeah, of course it had to be like a cross into the box. It's always against Newcastle. Yeah, because they are a big team. They're the one team that can do to us what we do to other teams in terms of they got big lads in there. You know what I mean? And they're a physical team. Joe Linton, Walter, mate, Burn.
have you seen how big Walter Marder is? He's ginormous.
He's massive, mate.
He's taller than Gabriel.
He's massive, but I'm surprised they took him off because he was good from set pieces. So as soon as they took him off, I thought set pieces we can capitalise here. But for first half, up until they scored, I thought we were playing well. We had some chances.
Yeah.
Gokares, to be honest, I feel like today he had some moments he could have done better with. He's still got a lot to improve on, Victor Gokares, in these bigger games. Like he had one moment that annoyed me where he was through and he turned back.
He needs service.
Yeah, he needs service, and when he gets to service, he needs to be more sharper.
And Arteta's not going to allow him to have service, clearly, because Arteta's a handbrake guy, and it's not going to change.
Yeah, no.
So now I bring you on to the key question: if Gabriel's not on that pitch, do we win that game still? Because for me, the answer's
from that set piece, probably not, because Gabriel's one of the best centre halves about, and you see the way I love it, mate.
And again, we allude to that passion that he has for this club.
Passion, just got that to win in there and don't care about who's around you, like that, straight in. Oh man!
I mean, go and take a look at the Spurs Arsenal from last season when he got the winner.
Yeah, exactly. This guy is our best centre back. He always clutches up with a big goal. He is. Saliba, brilliant. Love the guy. I'm happy he's going to be staying. But he's our best centre half. I think he is, to be fair. But I thought first half we were good up until they scored. After that, we were not good. I thought we went back to usual where we looked a bit rattled and we looked a bit like, oh shit. And the crowd got up.
Went on.
Yeah.
Today when they scored, and that is a problem.
Half, I thought up until like the last 20 minutes, I didn't think we weren't doing much. But then towards the end of the game, we did improve, and Newcastle started to sit deep, and we started to play a bit more. We upped it a bit, and we got our awards. Like, I'm buzzing with the win. I'm not going to get too carried away. I'm going to enjoy this win because the reason why I am, A, it's at a ground where we don't win at. B, rival meltdown. And C, a bit of revenge for last season. We lost twice there last season. So, I'm buzzing with the win.
We're going to be having an absolute meltdown. That's what I mean.
Got to back it up next week. West Ham's a huge game now. And then the biggest game of the season, Fulham away after the international break. If we go there and win, we'd have lost the game. I did say this. If we lose the game, I said if Arteta, I think I'm just fully thinking on him because it's going to be the same mistakes as last season. However, today we didn't. So I'm not saying all of a sudden I'm Arteta in. I'm not Arteta in or thingy at the moment. I'm like, what's the word of putting it? I'm not his biggest fan at the moment, but I'm not to the point where I'd say, oh, let's get thingy of him, because I think now's a chance. This is his chance now to really show us whether or not he's got the minerals to win it. These next two games will show you it. If we go and win these next two games, I'll say, you know what? Maybe.
Fulham away, we've got to win. Definitely. I've got to win.
Even you'll say this. If Arteta wins these next two games, you'll say, you know what? Well done to you. You give him credit. Sometimes you have to give him credit, even if you're his biggest thingy. I'll give him credit for the fact that in terms of I'll give him credit in the sense of that after we got the goal, we still went for it. But I think it's more I think the players on the pitch as well need to do that more as well. They need to say, let's go for it. Don't worry about screw whatever tactics. Go for it. Go and get the winner. Your Rices, your Gabriels, the leaders, they need to be saying, we need to go and win this game. I'm so happy within myself as well. My standards, I'm happy they're back. Last season, I'd have been buzzing with a draw at Newcastle. If we'd have scored 84th minute, I'd have been like, all right, we'll take a draw here.
This season, nuh-uh.
No, exactly. Bro, 5 years about the trophy.
Let's just remember, you expect 3 points against Man City.
We have to be like Real Madrid, yeah. And, all right, not boo them. All right, maybe not the booing aspect, but just demand more. Demand more. When we're not playing well, demand more. If we draw, demand more. That's why when we equalised, I was like, yes, get in like that, but not as much as the winner. I was like, get in, and then I was like, get back to the halfway line. That's what I wanted, and I'm glad we did that today. So, Yeah, look, huge 3 points and capitalising on Liverpool's mistake as well. And why are these fans saying to me, "Oh, but you're not top of the league, you can't celebrate, bro"? It's a huge win. That win could be.
Hang on there. We would have been top of the league by 1 point if we had beaten Man City.
No,
and that is hugely costly. Because let's not forget, Charlie, we've dropped 4 points out of games where we've got 4 points out of. Because we had 3 points against City at the Emirates last season and a point against Liverpool at Anfield. So
I fully agree with you. But what I'm saying is, they're saying that we can't celebrate because we're not top of the league. But it's still a big win for us. But yeah, it had to be a win today. If we would have beat City today, and we would have equalised, I would have been okay. You know what? It's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, 4 points from these 2 games, I'm not like that annoyed about.
I've got to be honest. I think it's worse that we drew against City than it would have been today had we drew against Newcastle. Because City is a must-win, Charlie.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to realise that they are so shit and they are there for the taking.
No.
We should be slapping them.
And we're at home as well. No, I fully agree. We're at home. So I would have said, I'd have took a win against City and maybe, I'm not going to accept a draw at Newcastle. No. But I'm saying, if we would have equalised like we did today and it would have ended 1-1, I'd have been like, all right, okay. It's not I'm not that thingy with a point. But at least we actually showed some thingy to get saying out the game. But I still would have been happy with it. I still would have been like, we should have played. We should have gone for the win, or we should have won the game. But the Liverpool game as well, like, it's feel like we shouldn't have lost that. And, you know what I mean? It should have been a draw. So I think 2 points is. I think to be 2 points behind is a lot better than 5. So we have to, we have to celebrate late winners like that. But these games, they won't matter at the end of the season if we don't win trophies. So that's what we want to do. This game has to be the catalyst for this manager and this team. And this has to be the game where they think, that's what it's about. That's what we need to do at these big grounds. That is what's required every single game. And I hope the manager finally learns that. Yeah. And if he does, because in my opinion, he's a good manager up until a degree. He's done well to bring us to where we are. But can he deliver us the big trophies? And at the moment, you can't say that he is. But
I'm going to let you know, just going into next weekend, that if Liverpool draw against Chelsea and we win against West Ham, goal difference will see us top of the league.
Yeah, exactly. And then all of a sudden, we go away to Fulham, and if we beat Fulham, we're 3 points clear of them going before they play Man United at home.
Before they play Man United, exactly. So and Man United, how well did Man United play at Anfield last season?
No, that's not an easy game for Liverpool. I'm just saying. So, bro, Liverpool won late at Newcastle. We've won late at Newcastle. Yeah. The game that really has annoyed me the most this season is that City game. It's like, bro, we shouldn't have even lost.
Liverpool and City were there for the taking. We know it.
If we actually went for it at Anfield, we could have got saying how that game.
That would have been a 1-0 Arsenal win if we'd have gone for it.
And City, the lineup was wrong. However, today he actually learned and he adapted a bit, and the subs kind of made sense. And after the goal, I noticed this. What was it? Yeah. We went for it a bit more. We looked like the team that wanted to go and win the game for once, whereas usually it's the other team that look like they want to go and win the game. So that was good to see. So that's a positive. But Gabriel, quality. Eze.
It's crucial for us.
Eze, bro, he could have had some goals there. I mean, Nick Pope made some good saves today, to be fair to him.
Nick Pope was a shot. I mean, Nick Pope's save ratio. Let's have a look on here before we wrap up.
But
his save ratio. Where are you, Nicky? Come on.
But it's a huge win, but the draw is still
7.8 over score rating. Total saves 5. 2 high claims and 5 saves from inside the box.
Look,
3 clearances, 1 tackle.
Is it? Wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna say. Basically, all I meant is if we'd have lost this game today, I can't disagree with anyone who wants Arteta out anymore. I can't say, well, give him more time, because we would have been 7th in the league, 5 points off Liverpool, and only 10 points after 6 games, which is not good. However, now we've got 13 points after 6 games. That's kind of what I was kind of expecting us to get, and we've got that. So, yeah, look.
And this is the thing as well now. The pressure has got to stay on him. Like,
No,
any
100%.
points
No. The
dropped,
pressure's on him all season, mate. 100%. Look,
any
this win buys him more time, though. But if he wouldn't have won this game today, or we'd have lost this game, it would have been.
Yeah.
I'd have said, because it would have been the same old mistakes, and we can't keep saying, "Oh well, he's done us a good job to get us back up to competing for titles." We ain't won anything. We're Arsenal Football Club. We want to win 5. We've gone 5 years without a trophy. We want to win trophies. It's not like it's some mid-table team up there. You know what I mean? And we
3
finished
second
third.
place finishes.
Yeah, 3 second place finishes. We want to get over the line now. And if this manager ain't the man to do it, yeah, as much as I want him to win, because I think he's a passionate guy who cares about the club, then he's got to go. But for now, we've got to build on it.
But there is no
we've got to build
little
on it,
pressure
and
on
he's
Arteta.
got to keep going, because we've spent so much money, mate. Yeah, we have to win a trophy, so the
That's
pressure's
how
on
much
him.
the pressure was on Arteta.
And if he
now,
doesn't win,
lift ever so slightly, just
if he
that
doesn't
much.
win something this season, then it's time for him to go. But let's hope he wins something. Honestly, yeah, because I want to win trophies, man. I want to win trophies. You know what I mean? Like,
any points dropped and the hydraulic pump will crush him down.
absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, we want to win trophies. Yeah, it's 5 years without trophy, over $1 billion spent. It's true. So big win today, though. A lot of character, a lot of resilience showed, and Arsenal did what champions do, and that's find a way to win, and we did. So for once, we actually showed a bit of bottle, Tom. So that's what I'm happy about. But
yeah, and Crystal Palace
Olympiacos
have given us a helping hand massively today as well. Let's not forget that.
What was that?
Crystal Palace have helped us out big.
Yep.
Do you think that Crystal Palace result drove them a little bit?
I think, yeah, when the second goal went in. I think the second goal went in. I think when
Crystal Palace result in the players' heads, do you think that motivated them a little bit?
Yeah, it did, but you could kind of see on the pitch that it made them play a bit nervy at times, especially after we went 1-0 down. They thought, oh, shit, here we go again. Because all we did last season was drop points after Liverpool dropped points. But I think once we got the equaliser, I felt like, yeah, they thought, yeah, we need to go and win this now. Like, they could sense that Newcastle were there for the taking and that we could get a set piece and grab a late goal. So, look, I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing.
One thing as well. We need to start finding more goals from open play as well. Yes, the set pieces work today, but on another day, that's a 1-0 win to Newcastle. Or
100%. Look. It's we're not going to go overboard, but it's just funny seeing rival fans say, "Oh, this and that," and I'm not on about anyone, in particular in your chat. It's just everyone on Twitter and all of this. It's just,
I know.
It's good to get one over on Newcastle, and it's good to actually have our own late winner as well. A bit of drama away from home, because all I've heard
we've done a bit of a Liverpool today.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like this weekend, Liverpool fans have had to watch Palace score a late winner on them, and then we've scored a late winner. You know what I mean? And you love that. You love that, Tom.
I do. I love the result. I love the fact that Gabby scored. But I'm still very, very serious. I'm trying not to get carried away.
Absolutely.
But yes, I'm very, very happy with the result. And today I have a smile on my face.
I'm not getting too carried away, but I'm going to enjoy the win, but I'm not getting carried away because I've seen us win many games before and we ain't won anything. I want to win trophies now. I do.
Final note, what do you think Chelsea will beat Liverpool?
I'll go 1-1.
1-1? We'll take 1-1 because if we beat West Ham, 1-1, remember, goal difference. In fact, I'll just make sure that I'm correct in saying this before I get too carried away. But I think goal difference will be putting us top of the league if they draw.
It's one of them where if the players actually show that they care and they're willing to fight for the badge, then I'll show more passion towards his club, because it feels like at times, like there's been so many times like last season where we lost and I was just like, I couldn't be bothered to get angry because it's like they just don't care. It's like they didn't care about like winning the game. But today I showed that passion because they showed the passion. When they show passion and they show fight, I will show it a lot more for the club. You know what I mean? I'll always love Arsenal, you know what I mean? But it's just annoying when we play crap and our weekends get ruined and they still get paid all that money. But today they prove their worth and they prove why they get paid that much. And I still think footballers are bloody paid like a lot, like almost way too much, but still.
Gabby's worth every penny though, right?
Today, some of them players deserve that and more. So well done. Well done,
Every day of the
Arsenal.
week, Big Gabby's worth every penny. Yeah,
Well
he has
done,
an off
Arsenal.
moment, but he is so worth every penny he gets paid.
35 million, mate, he cost. 35 million or 30 million.
And now his value is probably about 150 million.
I'll send her off. I know you will. His name is Gabriel. He's the one player that if he came up to you, you would definitely want to.
Oh, he's the only one that I'd just go, yeah, mate. You come to me, mate. I'll happily, yeah. I've met him before, so I've met him before.
He's a machine, mate. He's a machine, and Rice as well. Obviously, I love, bro. We have to start criticising the club, and we have to start being thingy towards them, being critical towards them, because we're a big club. We want to win trophies. We demand more. You know what I mean? What's the point of sitting there and being all positive all the time just to finish second place every season?
Exactly,
it's true.
Exactly.
I had this last season.
In my face that the clamp's on.
I had this last season, where I must admit I was a bit like that. I was a bit still positive despite everything that was going on. This season now, there's just no excuses now. Nothing about injuries. No excuses. We've got a great squad depth. We've got Madueke if he gets injured. We've got Saka. You've got Dalman on the bench who can play.
That's the one thing as well. Saka, because Madueke's out for 2 months, so Saka needs to stay fit.
For me, Max Dalman's probably one of the best technical, in terms of on the ball, one of the best at the club. He's insane. But on Wednesday, what would you do with the lineup? I'd make a few changes, to be honest. Olympiacos at home. I'd give Gabriel a rest.
I'd give Gabby a rest.
No, you don't want to
Saliba's dodgy though at the minute. Saliba looks really badly injured, to be fair. He cannot sit. I don't know if you've noticed it, but I can see it. He is not putting pressure on his right foot. His toes are. He's standing on his toes on his right foot. He is very injured, mate, Saliba.
I'd go Raya in goal. I'd go Mosquera, and I don't know if Hincapi's fit or not.
I've not even. How much did we see of Hincapi when he came on? I don't even remember. I can't even tell what the guy looks like. I've barely seen him.
Yeah. It is a Champions League, so we don't want to rotate too much, to be honest.
I would give Saka a rest.
Yeah.
Because of that Madueke injury now means that we've got to take care of B. Would you agree with that? We've got to be a bit more careful with B now. Madueke's injured.
I'd go Raya in goal. I'd give Lewis Skelly another game in the Champions League. I'd maybe put Calaflori in at centre back. And then I'd go Mosquera at right back. No, Mosquera at centre back, sorry. And maybe would you play Timber or White there?
I'd play Timber. Timber's okay.
Timber, yeah. You don't want to rotate too much Champions League.
No.
Timber. And then I'd go.
I'd give Nwaneri a game because
Nwaneri on the right.
Gyökeres needs service.
Nwaneri on the right, yep. Who's going on the left? I'd give Martinelli a game.
Although Martinelli's a late impact sub.
Yeah,
really,
Martinelli's
so I'd probably say
on the left.
Hold back on that one a bit.
I'll go Eze on the left. And then
Eze midfield, mate. Eze midfield. We need to think of another left option, really.
Trossard, then, yeah.
Trossard and Nwaneri.
Yeah. Trossard
give Saka
on the left,
15 minutes at the end of the game, but nothing more than that.
on the right. You know what I'd actually do? I'd play Odegaard and Eze together.
Odegaard's shit, though.
Yeah, I know. But because it's a home game in the Champions League, try it and play them two together in the midfield. And then maybe have Rice in the holding role. Rice, Odegaard, Eze. And then Nwaneri on the right, Gyökeres up front, Trossard on the left. Give Zubimendi a little bit of a rest on the bench. Maybe bring him on. And yeah, that's what I'd go with. Make a few changes. Give Gabriel a rest. Give Saka a rest. Give Zubimendi a rest. You know what I mean? Saliba, keep him wrapped up in cotton wool, etc. So yeah, that's what I'd go with. But generally, in these home games against West Ham, he's got to go with either Rice and Zubimendi, or either play Zubimendi in the 6 and put Rice in the 8 and let him go further forward. Did you see that stat today? Did you see the stat? It was saying about in the forward area.
Which one?
in the forward area, like in terms of runs, he had 14% less than he usually does.
Who?
Rice.
Oh.
So we need to play
To
him
be fair,
further
I didn't
forward.
really notice Rice that much today.
Yeah, exactly. In these home games, we need to play him further forward, mate. Further forward. Get him in the 8, get Eze there, and then we'll see some... We don't want to go Rice and Zubimendi and then bloody Moreno against Olympiacos. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I'm buzzing, mate, with a win. But Olympiacos next, focus. We want to get 6 out of 6 in the Champions League and get closer and closer towards the knockout stages and then dream about Budapest.
That is a long, long way away.
Yeah, long
And at the end of the day, is
way
Mikel Arteta going to
away.
win the Champions League? No, clearly not, because PSG are going to knock us down.
Action against Brighton soon. We want to bloody smash them and get through because we want to bloody win this Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
I think if we win the Carabao Cup, we'll win St. Kells this season. I do. I think all this team needs is one trophy to get them going. Once they get that winning mentality, they'll be like, oh, yeah, we've done it now. All right, it's only the Carabao Cup, but you still need to win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all from me. Great win. For a lot of that game, though, it was like... I was just sitting there thinking, here we go again. But to be fair, they proved me wrong at the end. So, well done. Well done. But people must have been expecting the biggest rant of all time, but it hasn't quite happened.
Were ready to rant. I was ready to let it blow.
I was sat there at 1-1, just pissed off. I thought, I'm ready to rant here. And when we scored, I was like, what the hell? Honestly, I was so shocked. I was almost like, is this real? Is this real, bro? Like, I was like, is this real? We've actually scored a late winner. We've actually bloody not.
I brought you on, and then all of a sudden things go mad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. I couldn't help it when Gabriel just comes storming in like a bloody machine, mate. He is a machine. If you ever watch his video, he is a beautiful centre half. I love the guy. Incredible.
Oh, we need to get this guy just in a room with us, mate. Because we love him.
Someone's gonna clip that and think we want to bloody. Oh my god. No, if I was in a room with him, I'd shake his hand and I'd say, "Listen here, mate. You're proper Arsenal. You are proper. You know what it means to be Arsenal. You know what I mean? Hold on one sec. He knows what it means to be the. He knows what it means, yeah, to wear this badge.
He
mate.
does.
He knows exactly what it means to wear this badge, mate. 100%. But that's really that from me, really. But yeah, great win. I'm happy.
Right. I have got to go get my dinner. Thank you very much, Charlie, for coming on.
No worries, Tom. 37 minutes.
Remember, the hydraulic pump is very, very low on Arteta's head.
Yeah, we need to back this up now. No point winning here and then dropping points to West Ham, which is a game that we usually do struggling. So hope we win, and I think we will win. I mean, we need to. So yeah, but yeah, be up yourself, Tom, and be up to everyone watching as well. But yeah, see ya.
See you later.